Okay, so yeah, we're going to do another campaign trail mod, and this one is going to be on American Carnage. Yeah. So this is probably one of the most iconic mods. That's why I mean, I usually don't go for ones that are this recent or set this recently, but yeah, I mean it is one of the very best mods, and I guess it's kind of topical again, isn't it? Yeah, and why isn't what I don't know what's going on with the oh, there we are. There's the picture again. Hang on. Yeah, for some reason that content not viewable in your region there. Yeah, turned on my VPN. That usually fixes that issue. But anyway, so here's the lovely artwork here, and the blurb for Donald Trump and the blurb for Mike Pence. That's interesting artwork there for him, of course. Difficulty. This is interesting. I'm actually going to. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on normal for now. Yeah, I am. I'm just saying it tends to be on a lot of these create your own adventure mods. It tends to be a bit more difficult, so it's almost like easy as normal, but on a lot of them. But I will keep it on normal. So yeah. So this is. Oh well, I'm not going to go through all of these questions. It's going to take absolutely years. pretty long, drawn out questions. I am going to just briefly summarise them. So this is the inauguration speech. So this second option is sort of a unity option, and the first one is sort of sticking to our guns, as it were. Make America great again. Yeah, which is what the speech he made in real life, basically. We're actually going to go through a different route. We're going to do a Reagan sort of thing, an optimistic unity sort of thing. So yeah, this is on radical Islamic terrorism. What approach should we take to it? Let's say we're gonna eradicate it. Going to be really tough on it, and it's a big win apparently. Pennsylvania, of course, we've got a campaign in Pennsylvania. TPP. So what position should we take on trade, or should we go on from that and also like completely reject globalism, or do something else like a traditional Republican thing like big government, or Paris Accords, or continue with ISIS. Let's kind of continue cracking down on ISIS. No, because that bringing back waterboarding, that's going to work against us, isn't it? Let's do the big government thing. Supreme Court. Let's put out traditionally a more Republican list, conservative list. Yeah, so I'm not doing a very good job at summarising these so far, but yeah, you can read them anyway, can't you? So this is the whole Russiagate thing, basically. Yeah, let's go after the people who are going after us, and yeah. New York Times calls it McCarthyism. That's sort of ironic, or appropriate, I guess, given the Russia connection. So this is Obamacare, the big issue, which had been the big issue of the previous 5 or 6 years before this, of course. Repeal and let's say repeal. See what happens if we try and repeal and replace. Yeah, and we have because we didn't. We avoided waterboarding, and we kind of took a more unifying view in our inauguration speech. That means John McCain voted for the repeal. So yeah, let's go to Arizona to celebrate John McCain's home state. So this is about the wars, basically. So after that, I think after that we're going to go down our own route now, and we're going to say get out. Yeah, we're going to kind of go against the Republicans a bit, the neocons anyway. And this is all kinds of options here, like guns and China and catch and release, or tariffs. We can go down the let's go down the tariff route, as we have done in our second term as well. Yeah, the truck drivers appreciate that. Go to Pennsylvania, where there's quite a few of them there, isn't there? So this is about condemning the media and whatnot, and the Democrats. Let's go after Antifa and highlight them. Yeah, screaming it, coming at us from every angle. So we need to decide who our foe is here. So let's terminate NAFTA. Let's continue on the protectionist thing. Yeah, Wisconsin. Infrastructure. This is sort of tax and spending here. Let's try and get $1 trillion infrastructure package. And Paul Ryan has blocked it, basically. Yeah. Yeah, we need a shake up with it's sometimes difficult to fathom what they're going on and what he's going on about here, I guess. But even though I've played it many times, but anyway, this is basically choose what our path is on this, like the Fed or regulation, etc. Let's go after regulation. Yeah. Yes, this is about what we do. This is again various options here, like Afghanistan, ICE, China, or withdrawing troops from Germany. Let's try and go getting out of Afghanistan. Let's continue on that route. Bailing out coal, antitrust, Venezuela, or war with China, or trade war anyway with China. Let's try antitrust. Now let's try giving it back to our people, bailing out coal, or ending the war on clean coal anyway. Yeah, there we are. We're well ahead in Georgia. That's good. Let's go to Nevada. So this is what our pitches for the midterms, basically. Let's try and say we're on track and the numbers are strong. Yeah, we've got a blue wave. So this is committee hearings. Go on this one. We're going to go after the media in general, I think. Yep. Oh, that's we're in a bad spot now, so this will be interesting. Great Wall on the southern border. Let's get Stephen to play hardball over this. Pursue a shut down and make sure we get that wall built. Yeah. So this is another one with various options, like pulling out of NATO, a parade with us, Netanyahu, Israel deal, getting a deal in Israel, or pulling out money from Ukraine. I think we're gonna let's pull the plug on NATO on this one. So this is impeachment. Yeah, let's say do at it. Let's say come and impeach me. Fuck them. Yeah. So this is where COVID is breaking out. Let's rely on Dr. Fauci on this one. Yeah, more than we did in real life, I guess. So I'm not to the nominee we're up against. I was worried we'd get Biden, which would have been boring, of course. But it's Warren Castro. Interesting thing, I think she announced before she wasn't nominated at all, but if she had won the nomination, I think she announced beforehand she was going to pick Castro. Julian Castro? Probably not pronounced that right. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, bit like Ted Cruz did with Carly Fiorina in 2016. Actually, he did something similar there. Anyway, phony Liz Warren. So we call her a phony. We can attack her plans. We can call her a crazy leftist, or we can go after her background, the whole Pocahontas thing. Let's try and focus on her plans, because that's sort of made herself into a big target. That's always a good. If someone makes themselves a big target, it's good to try and hit that target, isn't it? Yeah. So we're behind in all the crucial states here. Only tied in Texas, behind in Alaska. So this is the pitch we have to make on COVID again. Let's say we're doing a lot because we're relying on Dr. Fauci and all that. Pennsylvania. So focus on the Pocahontas thing and immigration. Focus on our NAFTA approach. Focus on her giving money to the universities, or focus on her wanting to tax people. That's always a reliable thing. Attacking someone for wanting to increase taxes, that's always a reliable path of attack for a Republican, isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, Romney has kind of endorsed us, so that says something, doesn't it? And COVID again. Do we kind of rally, or do we stay home and stay on social media? let's say we're doing a lot on it, and let's try and hope that helps us. Arizona. So, bankruptcy laws, such a nasty person. It's George Soros. Bogus nonsense, so dishonest. Yeah, let's go down the George Soros route again, that sort of populist thing. So law and order, back the blue, insurrection, lawlessness. Yeah, let's Antifa again. We've mentioned those before, so let's attack those again. Doesn't look that it's done us that much good. We need a last minute surge from somewhere. The Pocahontas thing again, the whole this is trying to get Bernie's vote, as it looks like. If Liz wasn't a Democrat, she'd support. This is basically says she's the same as us in a way, but she's not tough. Goofy Liz wants to break up our businesses. So that's kind of anti-populist. So we need to stick where we are. We need to. Let's try and siphon off Bernie voters with this one. Although they buried the hatchet, it seems. So this is the debate, obviously. Our businesses, this is where we attack her on taxes, attack her on her plans, trolling on the Pocahontas thing again, but this is basically saying that she's a phony, and let's actually say that she's a phony. Yeah. Strong language there, of course. This is about the whole rigging thing. Let's get our veterans to be very vigilant and see what that does. So we've got to tool the rust spout here in a last minute hope that we pull off an upset. I don't think they've got the standard 2020 mod has got the shy Trump effect, hasn't it, in the polls, where he always does better than what the final polls show. But it doesn't have that here, I don't think. I mean, since we're in single digits in Indiana. And here within 5 in Oklahoma. Sorry, not Oklahoma, South Carolina. Over 40% in Oklahoma. Kind of a home state, isn't it? 1 North Carolina by almost 5. 1 Georgia by almost 2.5. 1 Pennsylvania by almost 4. Yeah, this is over, of course. 7 in Michigan. 7 in Minnesota. New Hampshire, almost 17, over 7 in Maine, Texas by over 3, Wisconsin by almost 3, Arizona by almost 4. She'd won Nevada by over almost 3.5. Won Alaska by almost 4. Arizona, but did we say Arizona? Yeah, almost 3.5. Won Iowa by just 0.2%. Yeah. Achievement unlocked. Back to Jamaica. You're fired. Huh. Yeah, so obviously almost 400 votes, electoral votes, and almost double digits in the popular vote. I mean, that would be the end of Trump, wouldn't it? If that had happened in real life. Yeah, Florida was 2.5. Yeah. This is sort of what the best case scenario for Biden was. Well, plus Ohio, I guess. Yeah, it's basically this would have you would have probably got Marco Rubio as the nominee in 20, or Nikki Haley or someone like that as the nominee in 2024. I think Marco Rubio, actually. I think Haley's a bit too much of the neocon. Well, let's be honest, I think not the Republicans nominating a woman wouldn't be necessarily all that likely, to be honest, in the present environment, in the present world. But anyway, yeah. So we get the Woodward and Costa thing on the Late Show, discussing Trump's defeat. Then we get the alternative mod for we do get the alternative mod for 2024, which I think it's that's interesting. Hang on, if that's 2028, then what happened in? Well, I guess Liz Warren win in 2024? I guess he must have done. So AOC is up against Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG. AOC against MTG. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, she's been outspoken recently, as usual. Yeah, but as I say, I think 2024 would have been Warren against Rubio or someone in this scenario. But anyway, although there would have probably been a Trump would have, at least one Trump would have. Trump-like candidate would have run in the primaries, but I'm not sure if they would have won. But anyway, yeah, out of the deal. So I'll leave you on the look at that map. By 21st century standards, it's unbelievable. By 21st century standards, it's an unbelievable landslide, as Donald Trump would put it, if he had had that landslide of his own. Anyway, yeah, that was quite enjoyable. Kind of rambly, kind of rushed through it a little bit, perhaps. But anyway, yeah, that's. I'll leave you on that, and thank you for watching.